Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. Thank you for clicking on First Lady Fashion and Style. Thank you for always coming back for our returning subscriber. And if this is your first time on this channel, the first thing you need to do is to click on that subscribe button because you won't want to miss any of our videos. So today we'll be learning on how two things basically. Number one is how to snatch your dress. When you are making this cupped bustier, you need to snatch for it to give it a pretty look, just like what you're seeing on the thumbnail. And the second thing is the bask effect in front, how to cut your fabric and give it that bask effect before you add your bone to it. And then this is what I have here. I have constructed the basic bodice. This is the back and this here is the front. So for those that are joining us, if you are not used to this channel, I'm going to tell you what I have done so far, and then for us to be on the same page. So here I have from the shoulder line here to the upper hip line. So here, this is the hip line here. This here is the waistline. This is the waistline. And then this here is the under bust line. This is the bust point and this is the chest line here. Now this is here is the cleave line. This here is the cleave line, but I'm going to tell you, actually there's a video on how to construct the cupped bustier, but I just feel that I should stop here and then let's just walk through it together so that we would understand everything we are doing. I want you to really understand it. It's a bit advanced, but if you stay with me, I'm sure you are going to understand everything we are doing here. So the first thing I did here, this line that I have made, this here is the difference between the front and the back, and this is 2 inches for the bust. That's here. That's the difference between our front and our back measurement. So here, this is the line for this is the line I want for the cleave measurement. You know, when we are constructing our cupped bustier, what you will do is you will measure either from your, this is the bust point, you measure from the bust point to the under bust, and then whatever value you have, you put it here from the same bust point up, and then you mark the line. That is the line that you are going to use to carve your cleave, your bust on top here. And then for this line here, I divided the shoulder into 2, and the value I got, I just connected it to the bust point. And then on this side here, I took in 0.75, that's what we are going to use to tighten the upper chest. So I hope we understand. Then for this dart here, I took 0.75 on this side, 0.75 on this side. So from here, we can move on. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the under bust tightening. So for this under bust tightening, we are using 7.5 to tighten. That is, the under bust is 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. You know, this is a quarter of our measurement. So what I'm going to do is from the center front here, I'm going to measure this way, and this here I have 3. So here I have like ½ inch remaining here. So this is the ½ inch I'm going to use here, and then I'm going to continue the measurement from here, and my 7.5 is here. So what I have here is not even up to ½ inch, it's like 0.25, but I'm still going to use ½ inch to tighten on this side. So I use ½ inch on both sides here, and I'm going to use my ruler here to connect both ½ inch. I'm going to use it to connect it this way to where I have the bust point. Please just stay with me. It is very easy. You are going to understand it this way. So that is done now for the under bust. So the next thing we want to construct now is the cupped bustier. So here I'm going to come in by 0.5 from the under bust line, from the bust point here. From the bust point, I'm going to come in by 0.5, and then on the under bust here, I'm going to come in by 0.5. So for this 0.5, I'm going to join it together from the bust point to the under bust. I said 0.5, so I hope you can see that. So the next thing I'm going to do is from this line here that I've constructed, I will just go up by 1.25. This 1.25 is going to serve as a guide for me to curve this place here. So I'm going to put my ruler here and I'm going to use it. You can see I will just go through from this place here. I will just go through and then to the line in front this way. So the next thing is for me to construct this side, but before I do that, I'm going to close the bust dart here. I'm going to close the bust dart this way, and when I close the bust dart this way, you can see that this side of the line is not matching. So all I need to do is just to use my pencil or my marker to mark it. And then if you check the first video, I explained how to take the measurement of your bust when you are making a curved bustier. So the measurement I took here, you will take it from the center of the bust this way to the side of the bust. So for this measurement, I am using 8.5. So this is where my 8.5 will get to. I hope you can see that. So I'm going to use my ruler to curve it from this lower part to this 8.5 and then to the armhole. To the 8.5 and then to the armhole like that. So I hope you can see. Please, when you are making your own pattern, make use of pencil, because the marker, the lines are bold, it will add to your measurement, but because of the tutorial purpose, I want you to see, that's why I'm using a marker. Then for us to construct the upper bust, we are also going to close. We are going to close up this place. We are going to close it up. And then depending on how you want it, I'm going to use my ruler to curve it from the upper part this way to where I have my line here. So, and then I'm going to turn it and curve it this way to the armhole, this way. So that is it. So you can make use of your free hand if you want something else, but I'm okay with what I have here. And on this side here, you are supposed to use your tracing wheel here. My tracing wheel is not here, and the tracing wheel will show you where you are supposed to cut here. In case you want to use this place as your yoke, this place is now the yoke, and this place is now the lower pattern. So depending on how you want, you can use your hand to curve and carve whatever you want for your cup here, but I think I'm fine with what I have here. So now this is just the general basic one. Remember that what we really want to concentrate on today is how to create the bask at the bottom side here. So the first thing you are going to do is you are going to come to the waistline and you are going to measure the waistline this way. So what we have here is you are going to measure your waistline. So what I have here is like 8.75. You are going to divide the 8.75, you are going to divide it into 3. So roughly this is what I have. So now I have succeeded in dividing it. So what I'm going to do is you are going to take my ruler this way and I'm going to draw a line from this part here where I divided. Sorry, this one is not correct. So I'm going to mark the line this way. Okay, so I came in from here, I came in by 2 inches. So I'm going to draw the line to touch this line here. So from here I'm going to draw it this way. I hope you can see that. And then the second one too, I'm going to mark this way from this side, and I will make sure it touches the line here to where I have this line here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer this, this is 0.75, 0.75. I'm going to transfer this 0.75. I'm going to transfer it here, and I'm going to transfer this one on this side here. So I'm just going to use my tape rule here to try and mark. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to get 0.75, so that by the time I measure here, I have 0.75, and on this side too, I'm going to measure it in a way that by the time I measure both lines, I'm going to have 0.75. So now I'm going to do this way, and then I'm going to mark it all the way down. This one all the way down. Now leaving a little bit of space at the bottom part. So this is it. What I'm doing now is I'm transferring the 0.75 dot. So if I measure this now, I'm going to have 0.7 here. I'm going to have 0.75, and here I'm going to have so I've succeeded in transferring this dot and this dot to this place and this place. So now the next thing to transfer is I want to transfer this here, from this center here, the tightening here and the tightening here, I'm going to transfer it here, and the other one I'm going to transfer it here. So I'm going to measure what I have here. So what I have here is a little bit more than like 0.752. So this is what I'm going to do. It's not up to half inch. It's not up to 1 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to still transfer it here this way and this way here, and the one on this side I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to transfer it here on this side here and on this side here. Sorry, on this side here and on this side here. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. What I just did is I transferred from from here to here, the tightening, the underbust tightening, I just moved them to this other, the new dart leg. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to connect it with this line like that, and connect it with this line this way. So this here, I'm going to connect it this way. If you watch it quiet, patiently, you would get it. If you don't get it now, so that is just it for the bask effect on this side. You can see that it is not difficult, it is simple to do. So the next thing we are going to do is I am going to, from here, I'm going to take 1 inch off here, because I don't want it to be straight, and I'm going to curve the 1 inch this way to where I have my first dart leg. Please, you can curve it anyhow you want it. So the other thing we are going to do it when we cut this place out. But before we do that, okay, should we do that now, or we should, okay, let's do that now, so that we'll finish up with this place, and then when we are done, I will show you we'll work on the back pattern. So this is the process of cutting, and I don't want to leave you out of anything. So on this cutting side, make sure you close your bust dart here. I have closed the bust dart. Please close your bust dart here. And then on the front side here, I decided to go up a little bit. I saw that the clip was coming down, so I decided to go up a little bit, and I reconstructed the pattern. So that's just what I want to show you. I don't want to leave anything out, so I'm just going to cut out the front pattern this way. So this is it. This is the middle part, this is the other part, and then for the cup. So the clip measurement depends on you, how deep you want it to be. So I think this is okay. So if you want to use the what's it called now, the yoke, you can take out the yoke. So this is what we have now for the cup. This is what we have for the cup. Okay, this is what we have for the cup. So we are going to put this cup aside. In the next class, I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do a bust caging with this same pattern. So here, this is our pattern here. This is 1, 2, and this is 3 here. So the next thing we will do is this. Please, this is very important. When you are done, try and match up the waist together. If you match up the waist together, you would notice that this place is not complete. There is a shortage there. But all you just need to do is very easy. Just get a plain paper. Just get a plain paper and then try and put the plain paper underneath this middle pattern. Just put it there like this and then put it back together. Put it back together and measure. You can see now, you can see the difference. So just measure from the waist to where you have. So from the waist here, I have like 3.75. So I'm just going to put the same measurement, exactly what I have on this side here. You can even mark it on your tape roll, exactly what you have here. Just bring it to this place like that and increase the value here. So once that is done, once you increase the value there, you just, this is it. Very easy. You can even use your curved ruler to blend it up. Just blend it up. So that is it. Once you blend it up, you will not have any issue when you are cutting your fabric or for one part to be bigger than the other. This alteration is very important. This alteration is very important so that you don't have issues when you are cutting your fabric. It is important. So we are almost done. So by the time you place it side by side together this way, you will see that you have a very perfect curve. You have a perfect curve this way. So that is it. And for the side here, I'm going to cut out the side where I remove the 1 inch. But please don't forget, you still have to remove from the back. So this is for the front pattern. We are done with the front pattern. So let's move quickly to the back pattern. The back pattern is going to be very fast. So this is where we are going to learn about how to snatch the waist and how do you do that. Let's do that quickly. All you need to do is to get the measurement for the bust, the waist and the hip measurements. So any value you have for your bust, waist, hip measurement, you will, if you are a plus size, you would -4. But if you are not a plus size, when I'm talking about plus size, like from bust 40 upward, but anything below bust 40, you will -3. So what you will do is your value -3, like mine is 38. 38 -3 will give me 35. The waist is 29. 29 -3 will give me 26. The upper hip here is 39. 39 -3 will give me 36. So now the new value that I have for the bust line, the new value is 35. For the waistline, the new value is 26. For the hip line, the new value is 36. So what I'm going to do is you will say this 35 divided by 4, this 26 divided by 4, this 36 divided by 4, and whatever value you get, you will take your measurement again. So for this chest line, the new value that I got here is now 8.75. So I'm going to measure my 8.75 from here. So this is where my 8.75 75 is. The back is really fast, just pay attention. This is how to snatch your dress. Then for the waistline here, I have 6.5. So from here, this is the half-inch back tightening here. The half-inch back tightening, I'm going to leave it out, and then I'm going to continue with my marking. So from here, I'm going to measure the 6.5. So this is 6.5 here. But remember, we have 1.5 inch here, which is the dart intake. I'll add it here. And then for the waist here, I have 9 here. So this is 9. And then I usually put half inch here for the hip. So I'm going to join the lines together here. This is now our new measurement. We have succeeded in snatching this blouse. So when you wear it, or when the person wears it and you pull the rope, because this is where your rope is going to be, your loop. By the time you pull the loop, it's going to give it that fitting that you are saying. So the next thing we want to do here is we want to readjust this dart just the way that we have been doing. So you are going to divide this place, you are going to divide it into 3. So here I have like 8 here. So when I divide the 8 into 3, I'll have like 2.6 here. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to come here. So from here, 2.6 will be somewhere around here, and then from here another 2.6 will be somewhere around here. So I'm going to give it a slant line like that to the chest, and then from here I'm going to give it, I want to be sure where the 2.6 is. Okay, so this is where it is. So I'm going to give it another slant line this way. The back is really easy. So as we normally do, I'm going to share my 0.75 on both sides, and I'm going to connect it this way. So I hope you can see it is very easy. I am taking my time to explain this thing. Please, if you appreciate this work that I'm showing you, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Tell me if these are the kind of things you want to see, so that I can make more of this kind of video for you to see. Thank you for watching. So the next thing I'm going to do now is, if depending on the kind of yoke styling you want, just put the kind of yoke styling you want either way. So I want to come down here by just 1 inch, and then I am going to connect this way just for the yoke, for the back yoke here. So just do whatever you want for the back yoke, but the major thing we want to do here is to learn how to snatch the bag. And I know that by now you have learned how to snatch the bag. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Make sure you put markings on your draft. If not, you are going to mix everything up. So now for this side here, I'm going to bring back my front pattern. This is the side. So for me to be sure, I'm going to measure the side here. So I'm going to measure the side. I'm going to use my tape rule to measure the side, and I have 11.5. So I will come here, and then I'm using the new line now. So I'm going to measure here for me to have my 11.5 this way, because I want the sides to be equal. And I'm going to use my ruler the same way I did for the front to connect it this way. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut out, because we are done with this beautiful pattern, this beautiful draft. So I'm sure you enjoyed this class. This is a very good lesson. Try it and you will see your dress will come out beautiful. To come out very beautiful. I'm sure you have learned how to snatch and you have learned how to make a bask effect. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you enjoyed today's class, let me know so that I can make more of this kind of videos for you. So this is our back pattern here. This is the back pattern here, and this here is the front pattern. We have succeeded in snatching the waist. So for the cup, where are my cups? Where are my cups? So these are my cups. You can put your marking on it so that you don't get confused. You know how to put your fabric place. This is the back. This is the back. So you can also write here, this is the center back, and this is the side back. So this here is the center front, and here this is the center front, and this is the center back here. So these are complete sets. You can now transfer this to your fabric and make your beautiful corsets, your beautiful blouse with your bask, and you have succeeded in snatching your blouse. Thank you so much for watching. Don't leave without subscribing. See you in the next video where I'm going to use this cup to teach you how to make a cage bust. Thank you.